Wait, who's doing 3? You're doing 1 or somebody?
Yes, sir.
No. I'm doing 2.
Oh my God.
So I'm gonna edify you in the sense of a oneness revelation.
All right.
I seen Jared talks to his class. I didn't get people.
Who's for?
Alright, we are live.
Who's for?
Who is for?
Good morning.
You're 2 word, right?
4 is Jacob.
Who's 5?
Jacob,
Grayson.
4.
So now Greg.
Jay.
Man, you way too
So
cool.
Jay's gonna do it.
What?
Jay, he's gonna do. You gonna do 5?
Yeah, you can fight them.
No. The way value points set up and the way how clean this looks.
Yo, the way I've been working on myself, I've become very aerodynamic that I need shorts that match my quality. Like that? You like that?
No.
Later on, you come in, you're gonna be in the shoes with the clip-ins.
What up, stage 3?
Stage
Stage 3, what's up, bro?
What up, 3?
Hey, you're not gonna answer me stage 3?
Don't talk to Jacob like that. He's not stage 3 anymore.
Shit.
It's okay.
What are you talking about?
Stage 2.
Yeah. You say he walked in here at 11 on the dot? Like he in some flip flops? Oh, I'm on. I'm so stage. I got on. Come on, Dad. Uno. How you doing?
Did you really open those? Because that's my clients.
Alright.
Are you serious?
Yeah, I was trying to find my herbal new notes.
Anybody keep it up?
Okay, I know you're lying now.
I do it. Somebody got to keep time for me.
All the time. You got time?
Would you like to keep time for me? I said I was going to keep time. Two minutes. And then what's the last one? 20, 15.
22 and 20.
You want to turn on the light or not?
20.
I know, last
Yeah.
time you're like,
So 2, 2, 2, 5, 2, 20.
I ain't trying to
Time.
touch the light.
Oh, wait, no, personal development is 15.
Overcoming my.
Oh, well then.
OMG. Overcoming my
Guilt.
guilt.
Okay.
See, now you're starting to like it. Now you're starting to like it.
No, he cares.
Alright.
Okay. Good morning, everybody. Welcome
Good
to.
morning.
Morning.
Great morning, dude.
Great.
Body.
Good morning. Welcome to Herbalife University. My name is Paris Yvonne. I have been part of this team now for a little over 2 years. I was definitely a no in the beginning until I got my own results and then went to certain events and saw the lifestyle change and the impact that can have in my family, my community, and really truly create the things I want as a kid. And that goes straight into my personal development. But before I go into my personal development, I just want to give a little small definition of what personal development is. Personal development is something that helps you grow mentally, spiritually, and physically. And there's also what I learned from Celeste a while ago is that there's 2 kinds of personal development. There's personal development and business development. So my personal development for the week was on vision. I had a conversation with the beautiful, lovely Janelle Stewart, and we discussed imagination, vision, and dreams. And sometimes in this business, we seem to get so caught up in numbers, and we get so caught up in certain pins that we kind of fade away from why we really truly came to this business, a lot of us. And for me personally, it was about the impact, but it was also about lifestyle change and being able to create a lifestyle that I've always wanted as a kid. So that's what my personal development has been on videos of going back to vision and imagination. So I watched a video from Eric Thomas, and it was called Vision. And it says, imagination allows you to see things before it happens. So for me, I've noticed that when I used to go and just like daydream or really imagine myself in a certain moment, it would develop. And you have to go back to that because it will put you into a happy place, a happy space. And I feel like it puts you with, Nicole says, like miracle territory. Because if you're creating a certain atmosphere and you're focusing on the great things and not the negative things and speaking of great things, that you're going to draw that to you. And Eric Thomas also said, stop talking about the mistakes, the past, and the things that hurt you, and just talk about the good. Talk about exactly what you want. Don't talk about what you don't want, or talk about the things that happen. Just only focus on the vocabulary of things that you want, and watch how things start changing. 5% change can affect your whole entire life. 5% change can make you a millionaire. So if you just change the way that you think, you dream, you vision, you speak, just 5%, like you never know what's going to happen in your life and how that's going to impact someone else. And just see what you want to, just see where you want to be. You have to take your imagine over and beyond. And when I was talking to Janelle, I always talk about the things I want to do as a kid. And it's like when you get to those certain pins in the company, what are you going to do after that? You're probably going to be feeling the same way you're feeling now. Like, not saying that a lot of us are not happy, but it's like you can get to press, but are you going to fulfill that vision, that dream that you always wanted when you get there? Show that. For me, I always wanted to be a VJ, MTV VJ. And after I work hard and get to press and do what I need to do, I can incorporate that in this business. Posting things, creating web pages, creating certain things to be a VJ. Like, just go back to being a kid and really just focus on your vision and your dream and just share that with everybody.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Awesome.
Yeah, bitch.
So, anyone else? Oh, Jake. Jacob there was up, so let's clap it up for Jacob.
Yeah.
J3. What up, everybody? I need to stream with everybody. Y'all see I got the extra small shirt, and I've been on my game. All right, cool. So, good job, Paris. That was some great things. What I took from Paris' shirt was just, when you dream big, like, you just have to talk, and you have to act like you're already there. So that's definitely what I took, and I mean, that's absolutely amazing, because I'm actually doing that now. So the personal development that I did today was the Eric Thomas, greatness is upon you.
Yeah.
So, but when I watched it, it just, I don't know, I was feeling kind of down when I woke up this morning, but when I watched it, when I listened to it and watched it, it was from like a different eye view, and then I listened to it with different ears. And the thing that caught me today was when he was saying, like, he went over like the areas in his life that he failed at. He's like, I was a high school dropout, like my boys is on the block, different things like that. So when he said that, like, it set up the video as like he's not perfect, right? Like he had hardships just like everybody else, right? He went through trials in life. He had deaths in life, He had temptations, that we all face. But then he goes on in the video to say, like, he made it through that. And now he's saying, like, he's inspiring everybody. He's like basically like the modern day Malcolm X, the modern day Martin Luther King. And what I took from that is no matter where you're at right now or what you've been through in your life, like really kind of you got to let it go, right? Because right now at this moment you are great. And then the reason why you're great because you have a goal or you have different dreams and you're on the road to accomplishing that. So there's no need to hold on to that luggage that was in the past or those things that was in the past that was hindering you from accomplishing your goals. So, I woke up and I'm feeling great. I'm great this morning. All you guys are great. So that's my people for today.
Yeah!
Oh, Eric, go ahead.
Yeah, thank you, J3. How you guys doing? And Coach E. Today's personal development that I did today, or I've been doing actually every day, is with Will Smith. I think we all got in the video before, but I think as you grow in levels, your perspective changes. So I kind of went back and I really looked at it from a different perspective because I know I've grown just being a part of this family. So I kind of put a little bit of twist. So obviously it was having a great time with your life, and sharing it. Because we are, as coaches, we are having a great time with our life, right?
Yeah.
So sharing it with everybody. And then the other thing too is that greatness is not something that is not, that only the elites obtain. Greatness exists with all of us. And that greatness is something that we need to believe in You know, like, we believe in the fact that we start our nutrition plan, we get great results. That's it. So just, sharing that with everybody, that it's not talent. I know we see, when we come into this, we see Style, Nicole, or Celeste, and like, wow, what talented people are up on stage, or what talented people are up front. It's not talent. What we need to realize is that it's been skill and their work ethic and their mindset and working with coaches, working with mentors and colleagues that sets us apart from everybody else. So that was just a couple of the things like that I like kind of took from it. Also that, that we're not trying to lose X amount or a weight or X amount or trying to gain X amount of muscle, but to every single person, to start it very simple and just say hello. Just say hello, how you doing? Are you having a great day? Hey, and then invite them down to an STS, a fit camp. Invite them down to have just a simple thing as a shake. You know what I mean? So that was my thing. I want to bring up Greg. Come on, Greg.
My name is Greg. Like he said, what I took from what Eric said is find your happy and share it. That's really dope because we're all passionate about something. Now, what I'm really focusing on this week is it's kind of like personal development, but more so business development, but they kind of segue into one another. Darren Hardy has a video on YouTube called The Secrets of Successful People. And he talks about, like, when you focus on your three main priorities, and he talks about Steve Jobs, Andrew Carnegie, all of these really successful people, and how they were able to focus on three priorities that they needed to grow their life. And so what I've really been doing is I've been focusing on three priorities and really living within those priorities. And for me, it's invites, follow-ups, and wellness evaluations, because those are the things that help us grow our business. And what I noticed is if I spend an hour and a half doing follow-ups and wellness evaluations, like just focusing on them, if I might wake up and not have any, but if I focus on them, I'll find a way to get them done. Yeah. They end up coming. And so now I spend an hour, cell phone down, no Instagram, no texting, and just focus wellness evaluations, really doing work. And what he said was really powerful. It's like the average CEO of these Fortune 500 companies. If you look for ask their assistant, like, oh, where's such and such? He's busy. He's doing this. He's doing that. But the average CEO only spends 28 minutes a day actually putting in work. So imagine if you find out what time you spend doing work, and you focus on that, and you focus on building that number, and building that number, and building that number. But then at the same time, and I'll wrap it up really quick, is that now you know what your priorities are, so when it goes into your personal life, you know where it's going to take you, what you're doing, and how it aligns with where you're going.
Yeah.
Yeah, great.
Okay.
We have time for actually one more share. So does anybody else want to share their personal development today? Anyone?
Jay.
Jay. Let's clap it for Jay.
Yeah.
All right, Jacob.
How's it going, guys? My name is Jay. Eastream. Jay. All right. So my personal development this morning was actually I'm reading Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill. Thank you for the ebook. Everybody read it. You're not reading it?
Bro.
Okay. What to say? You look like what? Okay. You got the book. I got the ebook. And really, what stood out to me, like I'm on chapter 3. I've been like reading slowly. But a little bit of chapter 2 talks about the burning desire. You have to have a desire for what you want. And like a little example was his son was born with no ears, and he was deaf and he was a mute. And his whole life, he just inputted like his thoughts and his visions, like you're not going to be deaf, you're not going to be mute. And he started giving him little stories and stuff, and started feeding it to him, so he wouldn't so he wouldn't grow up and just feed into, I'm deaf, I'm going to be mute, I'm not going to know anything. So he just kept putting that burning desire, his desire for his son to live a normal, regular life and have regular hearing. And he just kept doing little things, like telling little positive things, telling little stories, and making his son want it more, like putting that desire inside of his son to actually like, okay, I want to be able to hear, I want to be able to talk normal and stuff. And just like how that could go with us, is just like every day we do personal development, we write our goals out. Just keep writing your goals out and just start building that desire in yourself. Like, we all want to get the president of this team, or whatever it may be. Like Paris said she wants to have a goal to be a VJ or whatever you want to do. just keep working at that desire, just keep putting that desire deep down and just planting that seed and just keep watering every day. And that's pretty much what I got from it. Dope.
Thank you, Jay, and everybody else who shared their personal development today. I'm sure that we all took something from that can help us get through the rest of this week, the rest of this month. And also, whatever you heard today, share with someone else. You never know how it's going to impact them and help them. Cool?
Yep.
Okay. So, we're going to get straight into it. This is Herbalife University, and we have 5 steps to creating a powerful business, to impacting your coaches and also impacting yourself. We have 5 different steps. The first step is start your nutrition plan. The second step is package your story. The third is master a health evaluation. The fourth is build value to the products and build value to the community. And the fifth one is to invite to the next event. So we have coaches who are going to break down each part for you. You guys cool with that?
Yes.
Eastern, you cool with that? I'm sure you are.
Yes.
All right. So we're going to get into the first step, and that's going to be brought to us by Eric.
Coach
Hey everyone, Coach E, I'm going to put it right over click on the board, starting the nutrition plan, stage number 1. So taking on starting your nutrition plan today, I was trying to put something together for you guys, and it's the best way I did it. It's you, right? You are it. So really, it starts from you, starting your nutrition plan. You might not realize it that that you have an impact or a connection that you might or might not be aware of, right? So when you start your nutrition plan, you're gonna get this feeling, and we all get it. Like we start a nutrition plan, all of a sudden starts things to kind of fall into place. We start feeling great, we get energy, we start getting results. And whether or not you share it with somebody, people are gonna notice. So it's how we, how we act when people ask us this question is, what are you doing? So the greatest thing for me is when you start your nutrition plan, that you're gonna start from a place, and it's a beautiful place, I think. It's your heart, from your own personal experience. So it's very important that when you do start your nutrition plan, you get to with your coach, start out your goals, and really just start. I mean, there's no other way to put it. It's on you, and then when you start doing that, you're gonna start noting that with making yourself an impact, you're gonna make other people an impact. Now, I like to bring up Greg for number 2. Now, this man has not just been getting results. He cannot talk to people. So the greatest thing about this is that he was very shy, and then now he's able, I can go to him and he said he used to stand behind the computer. I remember that, something that he would just not be able to, he can interact with people, but not, to the way or to the ability that he believes he could, but I know he could because he was stepping into his greatness. So one person I can say that can really starting, wellness evaluation would be great.
Nice.
Thank you, Eric.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, Greg.
OMG.
Okay, so this is really important, whether you're a client or a coach, starting your nutrition plan. And the next step is your 30-second story, sharing your story. Now, what's really important about your story is now you have the result. Now, this is the way you can pay it forward to somebody else. Now, a couple of things that I like to tell my coaches to keep in mind is be aware of your situation. Like your 30-second elevator story, maybe you're sharing your story after a workout, or maybe you have a few more minutes and you can elongate your story and get more in detail of what you're doing. Or maybe you're sitting down or you're having lunch, different type of stories for different situations. So just being prepared for, whatever situation you might be in. So concept of your story, really simple, and you can apply this in any situation. Think of the BAR, BAR method. Before Herbalife, after, and the result that you got from it. And that can be anything, so really quickly I'll share my 30-second story with you guys. Hello everyone, my name is Greg. Before Herbalife, I was a college student. I was an athlete, all work, no nutrition. I started my nutrition plan 16 months ago, and after 4 months I was able to lose 41 pounds.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah.
You guys clap it up. No, Now, what that means for me is that I have the confidence to be up here and share this with you guys, because before I didn't. And so being able to just share that and also sharing with other people, you know, what it really meant for you. Because it's great that you lost the weight, it's great that you got this result, but what does that result mean for you? How are you going to continue to work to keep that result? And so keep that in mind when you're sharing your story. In different situations, you can have different stories. Maybe you're making some extra part-time money and you know somebody that can really benefit from that part-time money. That's something we want to add to your story. You guys got it?
Yeah.
Nice. So the next step in the 5 steps that we have is your wellness evaluation. So I'm going to bring up World Team member Jay. No, it's Jared. That's not Jay. I'm sorry. It's Jared. And one thing I noticed about him is like the way that he talks to his clients and his coaches is more of a personal level. It's not like he's like, you need to do this, you need to do that. He comes from a source of being a friend and creating that relationship. So I really want you guys to listen to what he has to say and give it up for Jared.
Yeah. Thank you, Greg. How y'all feeling?
Great.
Great. Wonderful. Wonderful. Amazing. Great. I love the energy. So check this out, you guys. Like you said, when it comes to wellness evaluations, for the new coach, when you first get it, it's like, all right, I got to get good at this. Like, what is it really, right? When you start doing it, you get good at it, you talk to a lot of people, you get a lot of clients, it starts to become, you start to think about it, it's actually just a conversation. Mm-hmm. Meaning, like, look, I can literally you can talk to anyone about it because Herbalife provided us the way to help people get results. Yeah. But when you're becoming a health coach and you've been doing it a while, now it's become second nature. So when you're out talking to people, you're actually doing the wellness evaluation rather than thinking about it, because what our business really is building that relationship with the person.
Yes.
So either you can come into the conversation with a hi, hello, just like what we always do, right? Next thing you know, you're talking, you know, they know that you're doing Herbalife, you're branded, you're bringing a conversation up, and next thing you know, they're asking you about advice. All of a sudden, now you're going in the next steps of, well, how do you eat? What's your eating habits? This is how I eat. Where do you work out at? You know, what's your daily life look like? You know, outside of work, what are you guys really doing to try to get those results? You know, and along with that, you're building your friendship, camaraderie. Now you're building trust. When you're building trust into the person, they want to come down, they want to see what the community is about. You explain all these things, but a lot of times we all get caught up into what I would say is like being robotic.
Yes.
Because we will sit there, and some of us don't take the wellness evaluation and understand that that's really our bread and butter to the business. So what we do is we sit there and we may be on the phone, and we'll go through the piece of paper and we'll just look at it and kind of mark everything off instead of challenging yourself. And you go in person, it's like, okay, how do I talk to the person? A lot of people have that problem now because of face-to-face. Not trying to knock it down or everything, but it's great, but you also have to become authentic with your business.
Yes.
You can't become robotic. So when you come to wellness evaluations, you can sit here, for instance, and I can be like, Greg, how's your day going?
Good.
Good. So did you work out today?
No.
Not yet? Okay, no problem. Did you have a shake this morning?
I did.
Okay, great. Are you aiming for new results?
Yes.
What are your new results?
What are my numbers?
What are your new goals? What are you aiming for now?
That's Spotify.
Exactly. You know, just something like that, and you can build off a conversation, feeding, and then you can share what you're going for. Because as health coaches, we consistently look for new results, right?
Yes.
Yeah, definitely.
So you guys can definitely take away from that, but just always remember, and I'm just leaving with this action stuff, is just to be authentic with your business, always. And then being authentic was definitely going to bring you more and attract more people around you. So the next person I want to bring up right now is actually my day one. He's a person that has a smaller shirt than me right now. But you know, we actually been rocking together since like my first month. I barely knew. I just kind of came around, and then I seen him and I was like, hey, I know it's your first time. You do like me, huh? Yeah, you know, so we've been rapping ever since. But this is like my brother right here. You got to bring up Jacob. You guys give it up for him.
Woo!
All right, dope. Hey, who is here getting some good stuff?
Yes.
Definitely, I got some really good stuff. Just give it up for the speakers that came before. Dope. So the section I'm talking about is building value in the purchase, and I'm also talking about just building value in Herbalife as a whole. So definitely, as far as building value in Herbalife is, now we're a distributor. Everybody here wants to be a coach or even a client, right? So it's very important that we represent the brand in the right way. So the things that I do, that I love to do for building value in Herbalife, also transitions to building value in the purchase. So when you do get a client, right, you have a client purchase, they start the nutrition plan. The key things that I like to look for, if this client wasn't on Herbalife, but I still have a relationship with them. Mm-hmm. So that's good to know. Like so now when I do get a client or a coach, I'm asking them stuff like, okay, what do you like to do, you know, outside of working out? Okay, some of my coaches like doing art. Some coaches like writing poetry, like me. Some people like going to museums and seeing different things like that. So that's definitely building a value and building a stronger relationship in that client or in that coach you have. And at the end of the day, if that client gets results, if that client looks to you as a role model, and you're representing Herbalife, you're building value in Herbalife, right? So because you're representing the right. Number one thing too is after you make that purchase, it's very important to have clear communication, right? Because like I said, if you're having clear communication with your client as far as if they're on their products or what is a good time to call you, because at the end of the day, you want your products to get results. Because if they get results, that's going to in turn build value within Herbalife and also what we're doing. And also building value in that client also leads to referrals. So now they're not only getting great results, so now they're referring people back to you. So at the end of the day, now you're building even more value in Herbalife because it's not just you now. Now they're referring people back to you. So also, so clear, constant communications, and also follow. They have different methods that they teach you, whether if you want to follow up day 1, day 3, or day 7. So day 1 is definitely just. I also have a client right now that's starting in Montana. I'm just texting him this morning, how's everything going? And he was telling me, yeah, my shake was a little too thick. Well, all right, cool. I'm like, okay, cool. Tell me exactly how you made it. So he's saying he had the almond milk. He added his 2 scoops of Formula 21. He said he put peanut butter in and a lot of ice. So I'm like, cool, perfect. I'm like, so now next time try to put less ice. Or how much peanut butter did you put in? And the reason why I'm saying that's because it's very important because I didn't just give him his product. Like, all right, cool, come back 30 days with your before and after picture, right? Now, as far as me being a health coach, as far as me representing how Herbalife and what it is meant for, I'm coaching him day 1 through his whole journey. And now we're able to make little adjustments because at the end of the day, I want him to get the best results possible, right? So did you guys get some good stuff?
Yeah.
So definitely you want to follow up to get clients best results, clear, constant communication, and build strong relationships. So what relationships would you have if Herbalife wasn't in the picture? Cool. So this next dude I'm gonna bring up is a real cool young cat, right? The thing what I love about him most is even though he lives far and he also has a daughter that he's providing for, so it's a long distance for him to come out to our hub in LA, but he still shows up. He's always plugging into every event, right? He always comes to STS. He has a no matter what attitude because he knows in this business he's really doing it for his daughter to provide a better financial, life for his daughter and for himself also. So I'm gonna give it up for my boy, Jay Ray.
Yeah, Jay. What up, guys? How you doing? I'm back. All right, cool. So, started a nutrition plan. We packaged our story. We did the wellness eval, and we did value. And the 5th thing we're gonna do is we're gonna plug them into the next event, or even the first event. Sometimes you have to plug them into an event before doing a wellness eval or something like that. So, So, the reason it's key to plug them into the next event is because that's when they get to come down and see what Herbalife is really about. Because a lot of people just think it's about the shakes, about the tea. Herbalife is really, like Jacob said, about the relationships, about the personal relationships you build, about the friendships, the lifelong friendships that you're gonna make. So getting them down to a fit camp, STS, Herbalife University, or whatever you can, that's gonna really let them see what we're really doing here. We're really building something special. We're not just having a cookies and cream shake in the morning or whatever. So we're plugging into the next event. We actually have an event tonight locally. We have our fit camp at 7 o'clock tonight at Invictus Nutrition. Ustream out there, I know the times, I don't really know the times, but invite them down to your next fit camp. And then also this Saturday, we have STS. Make sure to plug everybody in that. Huh? You said what time? Oh, okay. I was like, what time? No, I'm just kidding. But yeah, really, it's really important to plug people to the next event so they can really see what we're doing, guys.
What is your experience at STS?
My experience, my first STS, or let's see, the first STS I went when I hit supervisor, it was really dope because I came in with red pants, so everybody knew who I was. Like, bam, I came in with red pants, everybody was like, bang. Oh yeah, go bang on me. And it was really cool because Lawrence is up on stage and he was doing, Get Team Lawrence, I forgot his last name. He was on stage. Lawrence Luke, there you go. He was on stage and he's going on a marketing plan. And after the whole SDS, he came to me and he was like, yo, I saw you cross the stage, yada, yada, yada. He just gave me a lot of encouragement. And it was really cool for somebody that's, higher up in the marketing plan to notice me when I was like, it's something I, like supervisor, it's my first time at STS, first time crossing the stage. And for him to notice after all those people cross the stage, it really was like, all right, cool, I'm doing something, I'm building something here. And, just keep coming around and everything. So it was really positive. I was around the team. And bam, it's my first experience, guys. Yeah. And I'm going to bring up the lovely Paris to, continue it on. Bam, get it.
All right, you guys got some great notes?
Yeah.
So let's make sure that we all know the steps. So step 2 is start your nutrition plan. Step 1 is start your nutrition plan. Step 2 is the bar method. Package your story. Step 3 is master eval. Step 4 is build value. Step 5. Invite to the next event. Boom. Okay. So, I am excited to bring up next person. She's about to give us some great information. But before she comes up, I just wanted to say that she truly is a great person on this team. She always comes into this nutrition club with a smile on her face. She's full of energy. She's always willing to help. She's always willing to contribute. And if you're here at Invictus, you see her doing something, and every time she comes in this building, she has somebody with her. So she's making a massive impact in our community, and I'm so excited to bring her up here. She's going to teach us how to empower ourselves, change our mindset. So let's clap it up for Miss Desiree.
Yeah.
Hi, everybody. Thank you, Karen.
You're so welcome.
Okay, so I've been a coach on this team now for almost a year. It'll be a year on Saturday, and it feels like it went by so fast.
Congratulations.
Thank you. And so one thing I've had to learn through this whole year's process is my mindset. And the crazy part is your mindset's gonna shift every single, like Eric was saying earlier, every single level you make, your mindset is going to shift, right? So I'm gonna talk about building the new mindset. So many times, we think about what we don't want to happen, we think about what we don't have, and a common pattern is we tend to predict an outcome, right? So is there anyone in here who is predicting the outcome? Awesome. So just a little story. I had a coach. She's amazing. But anyways, so she started her nutrition plan. I knew her goals, right? And I handed her the pen that says, I've lost over how many pounds, right? She tossed the pen out because she didn't think she was going to have a number. And fast forward to now, because you remember she predicted her outcome, she's down 45 pounds. Woo! It just goes to show you guys that we have to stop getting in our own way, right? We need to stop predicting our outcome. And the more you dwell on what you don't want and the negative, the more you're actually going to attract. So the best thing to do is just to focus on the good, focus on the positive so that you can attract and bring in more good and more positive. Okay, so what we put more attention on, it grows and it becomes permanent in our life. So Stefan Graziani was telling us that if we look at what resources we do have, we're going to build more value rather than focusing on what we don't have. So for instance, as far as the business is concerned, say for instance, I know at one point I didn't have a team. So I kept saying, I don't have a team, I don't have a team, I don't have a team. And I wasn't focusing on what I do have. I have amazing results, amazing company, an amazing family, an amazing nutrition club. So it's focusing on the things that you do have is going to push you forward. And then also those are things that are tangible. So it's why think about the things that you can't have? It's not going to it's not going to get them faster, so you might as well just focus on what you do have. So I have some steps. Okay, so I have some steps for you guys, 5 steps just to help towards building your new mindset. Thank you, Paris. I got my personal Dana White. Oh, I thought you were going to write it for me.
Oh, you I can't.
So used to Kayla, you know. All right, so the first step is affirmations. And then being really specific, making sure your affirmations are present tense. So saying things like I am or I have rather than I will. Because what happens is our subconscious mind tends to put things into the future. So we'll think about what we want, which is great to have a vision, right? We all want to have a vision, but not focusing 110% of our attention on what we want to happen later, it's going to help us to move forward and really appreciate what we have now. Number 2 is to love yourself. This is going to bring good energy. So the more you love yourself, the more you're going to be able to love on your team, to love your clients, to love your upline, your down, everyone. When you love yourself, you're able to give love and to also receive it better. So loving yourself will also do something for you as far as knowing your value. So when you truly love yourself, you know how valuable you are, and you know how indispensable you are to this environment, to the world, to the community. And then number 3 is to train your mind. So that's part of the reason why we do personal development every day, is to train our mind, because we have so many different things that are occurring every single day, and a lot of times it's different. But the great part about personal development is there's something that we can read or watch that's going to help us in that specific moment. So the more you're watching and reading, the more you're going to grow as a person. You're going to train your mind to think different. And then also training your mind is going to help you to eliminate self-limiting beliefs, right? So I know that was actually one of the things that I struggled with the most, and then picked up a book by Brian Tracy, Change Your Thinking, Change Your Life, and he spoke about self-limiting beliefs. And half of them I didn't even know I had. I just thought that they were just regular thoughts that people would normally think. But come to find out, these are things that will hinder you from moving forward and from growing because you're so stuck in what it is. And then don't allow the negative to throw you off. So for instance, I'm going to share with you and be transparent. I got pulled over this morning. Now I woke up happiest mood ever. I'm pumping gas. I'm just smiling. Get on the freeway. Before I even got on the freeway, I got pulled over. I was like, are you kidding me? Right then and there, I had the chance to say no problem, to keep my spirits up, and immediately it was So after I received my ticket, I would normally say, have a great day to the officer. I was just angry. I'm driving off, I'm crying, and that's so out of my character. And it was crazy because she picked up my energy through a text message, a simple text message. I was so short in the message, I was like, okay, cool, she won't know what's going on. No, she called me out right away. So that's what I'm saying about personal development. So I was basically able to shift my thinking. I said, you know what? The ticket's in the past, I can't change it. So at this point, I need to move forward because I got to deliver something powerful to you guys today. So, did my personal development, got back on track, but that's what I was saying about not letting the negative throw you off. And we're human, so it's going to happen. But just know the steps that you can take so that you're not sitting in it for so long. And then number 4, put your awareness into practice, right? So consistently striving to be the best version of yourself, the greatest version of yourself. Always pushing for some type of change. It doesn't have to be some drastic change, but just little things over time are going to bring a big outcome at the end. So get to work. Get to work on your improvement. Get to work on your results. Get to work on what we can bring to this community. And then the more you work on yourself, right, the more you improve yourself, the greater we can serve others. So it's hard for us to serve others if we're really not feeling like we're of value ourselves and we've worked hard. It's how can you ask someone to follow a nutrition plan if you're not following it yourself? So it's kind of like that.
Yeah.
And then the 5th thing is to plant seeds, and I find this to be so important. A lot of people will do an invite that I've seen. They'll do an invite, and it's like it throws them off, right? And they're just like, wow, this person said no, or this person didn't call back. But what you don't realize is you're planting little seeds everywhere you go. So it's better for you to have that experience and to have that encounter with someone who said no, no problem, because that's the seed that's planted. It will come back around if you keep watering it. Just pouring love into it, it'll come back around. And if it doesn't, no problem. What I found is people say no, then they pass your information on to someone else who will tell you yes. So it's like planting seeds on the daily. So our duty is to provide the community, right, with support and knowledge on what we do and what we stand for. And as long as that's our intention every single day, we can't go wrong. There's no wrong way, you guys, of sharing this gift and sharing this passion and sharing our stories, our results in this community. And so one thing I wanted to leave off with was a quote that Monica Zan said last night at our team night. She said, if you're always looking at where you want to be, it's hard for you to appreciate where you are and the work it took to get there. Transparent moment for me. I was so focused on, oh my gosh, I have to get to Active World Team. And Jacob can tell you, I was so focused on getting to Active World Team that I wasn't sitting in World Team and what it really stands like, it represents. And so it's like, I want to get, like Aisha, because she's here, Aisha, I want to get her to World Team. But if I'm rushing so much in World Team to get to Active World Team, I can't truly teach her what it's like to be in World Team, the World Team grind, and what it took to get there. So that's what I have for you guys. I hope something landed for you.
That's what you had. That was amazing. We
Do you
can
have a question?
Oh, my bad. I was running for a clap and I got lost in my thoughts.
It's all right.
I got lost in my thoughts.
Don't worry, I got you. All right. So thank you guys for your time. I really appreciate it.
Yeah.
All
Bye, Derek.
Does anyone have any questions for Desiree? We have a little bit of time.
So, what was the key event that shifted everything for you? Like as far as in your business, what can you recall a key event that shifted?
Well, when I graduated college, I was able to focus a lot of my attention being here with you guys. And so it helped me to get back in that mindset of I'm not in this alone. But the key event was Extravaganza for me. I left Extravaganza sitting on the airplane with you, and I was just like, oh my gosh, this book felt like it was on fire. All the notes I had, I'm like, oh my gosh. So for me, it was Extravaganza and being around the vision.
Okay, kind of elaborating on that, what was the mindset going into Extravaganza where obviously now you feel completely different? Because sometimes I think, like you were just saying, being in World Team, not being ahead of it.
Okay, so for me, it was my first Extravaganza. So one, I'm excited about that. And then my mindset going in was, this is for me. I need this moment because I need to be able to bring something valuable to the team that I'm getting ready to build. And so that was pretty much my shift. Did I answer your question?
And, yeah, kind of. And then while being there, what was the moment that shifted that? Was it on Friday, Saturday? I don't know what day you got there.
It was just every single day, every speaker, watching thousands of people from all over the world, sitting there for the same reason. And then hearing the stories of, I was sitting up in the bleachers and now I'm down here on the red carpet. And I'm like, well, I'm sitting on the bleachers, so I'm going to be on the red carpet next year. So just being able to draw that connection because it's there and you can see it, rather than just hearing it from someone else and not experiencing it for yourself.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
Alan.
Everything was great, by the way. Thank you so much.
you.
When you said don't allow negative things to throw you off, and you said not to forget the steps that you can take, what are some duplicatable steps to take when something like that happens?
So, when I'm in a moment, for instance, we're human, and someone, ticks me off or rubs me the wrong way, just breathing, right? And not attaching an emotion to that person. So knowing people go through a bad day, sometimes it's not about you. So the attitude that you get from someone is usually not reciprocal of, how they feel about you, but, what they have going on throughout the day. So breathing, right away I have like things I can listen to in my car that's already on my phone, personal development. And then like I have notes that I can read. So just knowing like that you have different options, calling a friend, like she picked up, she called me. So I text her and then she called me right away. So a lot of people don't realize our friends can be personal development. It doesn't have to be a book, it doesn't have to be a video, but having someone who genuinely loves you, knows you, and wants the best for you is personal development itself. Yeah.
All right, so usually after we get notes, especially when like a powerful speaker, so Monica came last night, I'm pretty sure everybody got a lot. My question to you now would be, now that you know that you're present to where you are and you're appreciative of it, what's your next step?
Just to continue to be teachable, to learn. Like, I feel like you can never know everything and you can never know enough. So applying what I have, like I shared it with her. So I sat down with her, Aisha, and went over my notes from last night with Monica. And knowing that everything that we hear, we can always apply for the rest of our life, for the rest of our duration in our businesses. So that's pretty much what I do like when I get my notes. So can I answer your question afterwards, just so we can?
Oh, I was just gonna say, can you share a little bit of who Monica is and how it relates to what we were talking about last night?
Okay, yeah. So I'll do that with you
Oh,
after
that's fine.
class. Yeah. Okay. So
Thank you.
so much, guys.
So I just want to say thank you guys for all being here and joining us at Herbalife University. Thank you everyone on Ustream who tuned in this morning. We appreciate you guys. We love you guys. So let's share what we learned today with someone. Let's keep on striving and impacting our community. Like Jay said earlier, we do have Faith Camp here tonight at 7 p.m. Who's coming to Faith Camp at 7 p.m.?
Yeah.
Okay, and then also let's remember that we do have STS on Saturday with Dennis Dowdell.
Yeah.
And you guys know Dennis is going to change your mindset. He's going to and he's just going to blow your mind away. I love to hear him speak. And for those who don't know, during events like LDW, Dennis Dowdell does a Bible study Sunday mornings before SCS starts.
Wow.
So, that changed, he changed my whole mindset the last LDW when I went Sunday. And it just gave me, set me off for the rest of the day. I had a great intention for the rest of the day. And I just soaked up everything that he said. So let's get these invites going for STS and Big Camp tonight. Let's bring some more people in here and keep empowering our community and changing people's lives. And Jacob has something to say.
I'm gonna say something to you, so before you close out.
Okay, so let's bring up Jacob. He's gonna close us out.
All right, so definitely Ustream, like I said, y'all are all part of the family. So if you guys can, I would love for you guys to go to our GUS Facebook page, and any like questions, concerns, or any topics you want us to talk about. Because like I said, we're still brand new and like everybody, we're rocking it out. So any suggestions or topics you want us to talk about or cover, like for the up and coming Herbal Universities, I would love for that feedback. And like I said, you can just leave it in the post. You can either type my name or Paris or one of the people you've seen up here, and that's pretty much it. So everybody come up. Everybody give it for Paris! Say 3 hours.
On behalf of all of us here at Big Dis Nutrition, we love you, we appreciate you, and thank you for tuning in at Herbalife University.
Bring energy! No. We got this.
Are we?
All right, we stop recording, right?